Hi, and welcome to video 4 in the You Are So Beautiful course. So in the beginning of this course, we spent some time looking at where you are currently on the map of your life. Because until you know where your location is, there's no way you can get to your destination, because you have to know where you are for where you're starting in order to get to where you want to go. So the subtitle for this course is a map. Your map to knowing that you are beautiful, desirable, sexy, and having this wonderful life. So today we're going to put it all together, all this work that you've been doing, and come up with your personal pleasure plan. So it's time to take all the learnings, the new beliefs, the dreams, the intentions, and create a plan with steps for you to continue your healing and growth and evolution. Learning is only powerful when you apply it in your life. If you don't actually do anything with it or make any changes, it just stays in the realm of information and good ideas. And honestly, how many great ideas have you had in your life and never done anything with them? Personally, I have had a lot of them. And I've learned that taking action is where the rubber meets the road and where real growth happens. And I want to acknowledge that can be both exciting and also frightening. It can feel a little risky because you're getting outside your comfort zone. Well, it takes getting outside your comfort zone to make change and have what you really want. Have to try some new things, take some risks, check it out. So you've had exercises in the workbook, and I hope you've been doing them because they will all strengthen where you are now and knowing what's possible. So today we're going to pull it all together and create your personal plan for pleasure, beauty, love, and a life of fulfillment. Are you ready? All right, let's begin. So let's start with the dreams that you dreamed in the last session. Your dreams for your body, your heart, your spirit, your beliefs. In short, the life that you want. If we look at the various aspects and create some milestones and action steps, and you take those steps, I promise you that in a short time, you will be living your dream. It can't not happen. That's the way it works. You set your mind on something, you feel the feelings, you create a plan, you take some action, and things line up, and it happens. Then, the exciting thing is to continue to use this process to dream new dreams. That part never ends. You know, there was a time in my life when I thought my dreams never would come true. They felt like they were such big dreams. And then they came true because I used this process. And then it was, oh, I get to make new dreams now. That was really cool. And it was a little bit daunting because the dreams that I had been dreaming before felt big to me. But this process really works. So I'm so glad that you're giving yourself these tools and this process so that you can do this for yourself. Okay, so let's start with looking at your body. What is your vision for a healthy body? Do you have a weight or a clothing size in mind? How much physical energy is optimum for you? Do you want to eat differently? Diminish any lingering side effects from treatments? There may be other areas about your body too, so just know what they are for you. First, there are forms in your workbook for you to be able to do this. So the first one is to write down the specific result that you want. So for example, I want to fit into my size 6 skinny jeans. So I also want to attend a boot camp exercise program 5 mornings a week. And I want to eat a primarily plant-based diet. So all of this is so that I wake up each morning feeling rested, full of energy, ready to go for the day, and knowing that I'm in better shape and healthier than I've ever been before in my life. So at the top of my paper, I write how I want to feel. And then I put each of the results that I want. So at the top of my paper, how I want to feel is rested, full of energy, healthy, vibrant, alive. And then I put each of the results I want. And then I create the steps to have that result. To fit into my size 6 skinny jeans, for example, being more active and eating more veggies definitely will help. And there are other actions to take as well. Cutting out sugar and alcohol, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, and giving myself non-food treats is also on my list. So a pedicure or a massage, for example. I love having a pedicure and having my feet massaged and picking out a new color. Since I also want to know that I'm beautiful to me, I'm going to say loving things to myself each day. I will spend 5 minutes looking into my eyes in the mirror and saying, I am a beautiful woman. My beauty is inside and it radiates out from inside me. Or I might sing that You Are So Beautiful song to myself, looking into my eyes in the mirror. You get the idea how this works? Let's look now at your heart. And by that, I mean your emotional well-being. Say, for example, you want to feel happy, content, and fulfilled with who you are. What practices can you put into place that'll create those feelings? We know that poetry is the language of the heart, so perhaps reading some inspirational poetry will be one of your actions. Here's a short poem I love. It's by Hafiz. Ever since happiness heard your name, it has been running through the streets trying to find you. I just love that. Happiness running through the streets trying to find me. Does music fill your mood, lift your mood? Or dance, movement? Well, if so, play a song that speaks to your heart and then get up and move to it. Or sit and listen to music that inspires you. Either way, do what works for you. But these are the kinds of things that you're actually having good feelings about it, and you're using behaviors and motions to support it as well. Here's something else that helps with feeling good emotionally with your heart, and that is an attitude of gratitude. Here's some ideas to incorporate this into your life. When you sit down for a meal with someone, hold hands and look into each other's eyes. And then tell them what you're grateful for the day, for them. It can be anything that comes to your mind and your heart. And then make sure you include something that you appreciate about them, and end with something that you appreciate about yourself. And then listen while they share their gratitude. That's a wonderful practice, no matter how many people are at the table. When you're in a store, take a moment and look into the clerk's eyes and say a genuine thank you for how they have served or helped you. You'll find that when you do that, people light up. And it feels so good to speak it and share that gratitude. Here's another one. Before you go to sleep at night, wrap your arms around yourself and tell yourself 3 things that you love about yourself and 3 things that you appreciate about you. Do at least 3 things every day that fill your heart, leave you happy and grateful and fulfilled. And how fun is it going to be to keep thinking of things to do? And if you find some that you especially like, keep repeating them, but mix it up too so that it doesn't become a routine. All right, now let's look at your mind, this all-powerful mind that we've been working with throughout this course. What will support you in thinking the thoughts that empower you? The mind is sneaky, so it's important to create things that keep you going in the direction that you want and not sliding off into the weeds of judgment and criticism, of anger, of blame, of all kinds of less than positive places that we can go. Sometimes we can be off in those places and not even know it, so it's important to set this up for yourself. So what would work for you? What kinds of things might help? Could it be a support group that you go to? Could it be working one-on-one with a counselor or a coach or somebody like me? Could it be reading inspirational books or listening to recordings or watching inspirational movies? Taking classes? Having a daily phone call with a friend to tell them what you'll do to support your dreams for the day and listen as they do the same? And then support each other in taking those actions? Or could it be an angel shower? What do I mean by an angel shower? Well, there's an exercise in your workbook, but I'll just run through it again. So it's to take up a little pad of Post-it notes, and on each one of the notes, write a love message to yourself. You're beautiful. You have such a generous heart. You're an angel, a messenger of love. The world is a better place because of you. I am so glad you were born. Messages like that. And then take each one of those little pieces of Post-it paper and put it around where you'll see it. So put some on the bathroom mirror, put some inside the kitchen cabinets, put some on your computer monitor, wherever you're going to see them. And every time you see one of those messages, read it and know that it's true. That's an angel shower. And you can also do that for someone else, by the way. I have often given angel showers as birthday gifts to people, and it's a wonderful gift to give and receive. Now let's take a look at your spirit. What is it that feeds your soul, that nourishes and invites your higher self to be more present in your life? All those ways to access the superconsciousness and know that that's in you. That's the essence of who you really are. So here are some ways to access that. Meditation. Visualization. So we've done lots of visualizations so far in this course, and that's a really powerful process. And it can be as simple as, if you meditate, at the end of your meditation, ask your higher self, is there an image that will help me in creating the life that I want? And then see what happens. Almost always, just the perfect thing will present itself to you. And it's probably nothing that you could think of with your rational mind, but your spirit will bring it to you if you ask for it. Prayer is another practice for spirit. Journaling, contemplative writing, attending religious or spiritual services, having a spiritual advisor, somebody that you talk with about these things and who can advise you and guide you. So the idea with all of this is for you to experience pleasure and play in your life. I mean, after all, life is meant to be lived and enjoyed, right? Especially after the journeys that we've been through with our cancer experiences. Let's go for it and live a great life and have fun. So let's turn our attention to pleasure. What brings you pleasure? I'm talking about pleasure in any part of your life. To keep the balance in life, it's important to have fun and feel pleasure. So here are some ideas. Wear fabrics that feel good to your skin on the inside. Not just fabrics that feel good on the outside, although that's nice too, but the ones that feel good against your skin. A weekly tea or a walking date with a friend. A weekly date with your sweetheart, if you have a sweetheart. And if you don't have a sweetheart, make a date with yourself and take yourself out on a date. That can be really fun when you're doing it just for you. An ounce of dark chocolate or milk chocolate, depending on what kind of chocolate you like. Giving or receiving a massage from a friend or your sweetie. Taking a walk and holding hands. I was just at a conference with a new friend of mine, a woman friend, and we were walking down the hall arm in arm and holding hands, and it felt so good. It was really lovely. Or maybe pleasure might be a kissing date where all you do is kiss. Remember when you were a teenager and you first started kissing and how wonderful that was? Well, somehow when we grow older, we forget about that and we forget how wonderful kissing is. So try a kissing date. Maybe a long, hot bath with scented bubbles, a glass of wine, and a good book. A slumber party with some of your girlfriends. Be silly, play, maybe finger painting. There is no limit. The point is to put pleasure and play into your daily life. It's an act of self-love, and it boosts your happiness and nourishment for heart and soul. And scientifically, it boosts your immune system. It helps the pleasure hormones release themselves, the endorphins, the oxytocin, all those sorts of things. So pleasure is a wonderful thing. So we've talked about several different areas here, and when we put all this together, all these things to do and all these lists, it might seem a little bit daunting, and you might think, well, I'm not going to have time for anything else. Well, the idea is not to overwhelm you, but rather for you to know that your life has meaning for you. That you're beautiful inside and out, and that you deserve to experience love in all forms and live the life that you create. Not anyone else's creation. This is your life. So here's an idea. You might choose one activity from each area and begin there, and that is your personal pleasure plan. As you continue to love yourself more, feel happier, and know that you're beautiful, revisit your plan and adjust it. The more you do this, the more you will grow. The mind also works with images. When we combine images with feelings, it becomes easier to take action. So take some time to make a collage or a vision board about your life of beauty, pleasure, intimacy, and sexual health and love. You can collect images and words from magazines, from the internet, or your own imagination, or put your assistants in your workshop to work on this and have them bring the images to you or tell you where to find them. Create whatever physical representation works for you. And then put it in a place where you can see it every day. So take the time and look at it every day. And as you look at those images, feel the feelings that are associated with it. Because when you combine the feelings with the thoughts and the images and feel how it feels as if that's already present in your life, that really helps it to happen more quickly too. And I can't tell you how many people I've talked with who have said that they made vision boards and years later they went on a trip and they saw the place that was in their vision board, and they had forgotten about it because they'd done it years before. So they the experiences may not come instantly, but they will come. Let's do a visualization now to tie it all together and empower you in knowing that you are so beautiful. So sit comfortably with your back supported, nice and straight, so you'll stay awake. Take a few nice, slow, deep breaths. Long, slow inhalation. Suspend the breath, and a long, slow exhalation. And another one. Nice long breath in. Suspend the breath. Hold, and a long, slow exhalation. And one more. Long, slow in-breath. Hold, hold, hold a little longer, and then a long, slow out-breath with a sigh if you like. And now if your eyes are still open, gently allow them to close. And bring your awareness to the middle of your forehead and travel right inside, as if you could travel right into the middle of your brain and go right to the place where there's a beautiful garden. And as you experience the garden, it's peaceful and it's private, and there's a warm golden light shining on it. A stream flows through the garden, and the flowers are blooming in a riot of color, and the scents are intoxicating. In the middle of the garden, you see a golden temple. This is your personal sacred space. Walk into the temple and see the beautiful golden altar that's there. And notice what's on the altar. There may be some images or items that are sacred to you. Maybe some flowers, maybe some crystals, maybe some photographs. Just notice whatever is there. And notice that also on the altar, there's a beautiful bottle that has a golden liquid inside the bottle. And you know that this is the divine elixir of love and beauty. And standing behind the altar is a magnificent angel. An angel is a messenger of love. So see this angel, see how beautiful it is. And see the angel pick up the bottle, open the top, and begin to pour that golden elixir over your head. And as the elixir flows over and into you, you know that this is the elixir of your most beautiful and perfect, lovable, desirable self. See yourself becoming more beautiful. See your body healthy, healed, fit, filled with energy. Feel the overflowing of love and compassion in your heart. Experience your mind filled with loving thoughts and inspiration for who you are in the world, in your world, living your best life, your one wild and precious life. Know that you are beautiful inside and out, and feel that as the elixir flows over and through you, bathing you in this golden light of divine love. Trust that you know what and how to love you, to grow, and what you need to grow and evolve. Hold this image and feel it. Let it be so. Let yourself have this, because you are this. You are beautiful. You are healed. You are an inspiration. You matter. You matter. This world would not be the same without you. Breathe it all in and look around at this beautiful temple in your mind, knowing that you can visit here anytime. This is your sacred space. And now gently become aware of your feet on the ground and see yourself, experience yourself walking away from the temple, knowing that you'll be back again soon, and walking through the garden, seeing the beautiful flowers, hearing the birds sing, seeing the sunshine, seeing that stream that runs through the garden. And then begin to experience yourself back in your chair, in your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Become aware of your breath, and take 3 deep breaths. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. I see you, and you are beautiful, lovable, inspiring. It was this intention that brought you here, and now you know how to use the tools to keep expanding from here. Use them, and use them in self-love, use them in gratitude, use them to bring more pleasure in your life, to create what you want. It's time for you to have this life that you want. I am so grateful to have this time and experience with you. It's been my privilege and my pleasure to be your guide to discovering what was already and always here in you. Much love and happiness to you, and you are so beautiful.